Hey guys, how's it going? Quick TBC video. Um, this is not my footage. I just want to say real quick, this is my GM's footage. Um, this was our first Coach Aiden kill, and I was playing Wrath this week, and I don't know if everyone got this issue. We didn't know if the other guilds did, where raid CDs were not resetting upon either wiping or finishing an encounter, and that reminded me of the good old days of TBC. Now, TBC has a lot of issues. It has a lot of fundamental flaws, a lot of changes from vanilla that are bad, or just a lot of aspects of the game that are not very good. The biggest one, which I've talked about extensively, was the requirement of a shaman in every group. And if you really wanted to get sweaty, you had more than five. Or no, actually no, five was fine because you could swap the healers. But obviously, more of that is better because you can just lust a group more. But the whole lust situation was actually like pretty dog shit. And I was reminded how heavily that sucked this week when raid cooldowns were not resetting. It is such a noticeable difference without it and not having it and just having to be like, okay, well, should we wait because we don't have it? Like, yeah, probably. And that was awful. And that was especially awful on Muru when the strategy was to lust at the start. Because if you fucked up in that first, like, 45 seconds, which would happen quite often, and that's not calling anyone out. It's like, I know this is a lot of, in progression, especially, like, a lot of people, the first phase of the ads or whatever was tough for everybody. So I'm not calling them out. I'm not saying anything did anything wrong. But having that happen and then having to run back, having to sit there and wait like 6 or 7 minutes just to go in there and have that happen again was probably one of the most like deflating issues. Like people talk about like pulling their first mob in a raid and losing world buffs. Like yeah, that sucks. But there's something that's like so shit about going into a raid encounter, wiping, and then saying to yourself, "I have to wait 8 minutes," and then having that happen again and being like, a huge chunk of the allocated raid time tonight is actually has to be just set aside for progression, not because we're brainstorming in the off time, but because we just need that for lust. That's bad game design. Like that just it's not good. So that is the biggest gripe with TBC. Shamans, the requirement of them, there's a lot. Those specs aren't very fun to play. I know I've heard Enhance is pretty fun. As someone who played Resto, not very fun. I will tell you right now. Resto is not very fun, especially when your best heal is still hard countered and hard beaten by priests. So not very fun. They get more fun with haste, but still not that fun. So yeah, that's my quick opinions on the worst part of TBC. And if you want to hear why I think more of TBC sucks, I will have the link in the description. Have a great weekend.